Day 3 sees us leaving Stirling Hostel. The rooms are basic, you don't get TV or kettles in your room, but the staff are friendly and helpful. We took advantage of an area to the side of the building which allowed us to chain all the bikes together, but it also meant that they weren't visible from the road. If all you want is a cheap bed for the night with an ensuite shower chucked in, then this will do nicely for you. It was Scotland's last game of the Euros that night, so all the pubs were busy. We managed to get into a place called Monterey Jack's just down the road. The food was good and well worth a visit. About a 30-minute ride up the road in Crieff is a Red Squirrel Cafe. Decent prices, proper coffee, lovely food, and it will set you up for the day. So with a full belly, we go to the next bit of the trip, which I've been looking forward to the most. We set off towards the Cairngorms. Here we do a quick dog leg of the busy A9 and pick up the A923 towards Blairgowrie. It heads up through a little town called Dunkeld, and here we're just about to cross a bridge over the River Tay. Now John's about 6'20" on a good day, but he thought he'd stand up just to get a better view of the river as we went over. Looking at how high he is there, he could probably see across to the Isle of Skye from up there. As you leave in Dunkeld, the A923 turns off to the right. I marked the junction as a couple of the others had dropped behind. It was bin day there, and I think Ash was looking to see if there was anything worth adding to his collection of bags of rubbish he's got bungeed to the back of his bike. It's like riding behind a skip lorry with all the plastic flapping around in the breeze. This is the old military road at GLENSHEE. It was one of those must-do roads after seeing it on numerous other vloggers' videos. It snakes its way along the valley before starting the climb up to the GLENSHEE ski resort at the top. Before we did that climb though, I wanted to capture just how much that road does snake, so thought I'd pop the drone up. There's a lay-by on the right just before you start the climb to the top, but be careful if you do pull in there. It's got a terrible surface, there's loads of loose stuff laying around and loads of deep ruts and potholes, as you're just about to see as I pull in. And for a change on this trip, even the vertically challenged mob managed to keep their bike upright. Now the lads you can see leaving in the background were already there when we arrived at the ski resort. One of them was riding a three-wheel scooter because he said he suffers with MS now. He's had to give up riding a conventional two-wheel bike, but at least with a three-wheeler it still means he can come away with his mates on holiday. While I was chatting to him, one of them asked if we were from Bristol because they'd noticed the Dick Lovett signs on a couple of our bikes. I told him no and said we were actually from Dorset. They couldn't believe it. They were from Dorset too. Not only from Dorset, but also from our hometown of Weymouth. It gets even better. One of them is actually the father-in-law of someone we work with, and he also knows a lot of our friends. What's the chances of being 600 miles from home and the only people you speak to are not only from your hometown, but also know a lot of people you know? I personally think my missus sent them to spy on me. Dropping down the other side of GLENSHEE still follows the old military road, the A93. It's 9 miles from the ski resort down to BRAEMAR, and it's 9 miles of fast curvy road that's got the kind of scenery that you've travelled all that way to go and see. You can only imagine what it would be like in the middle of a heavy winter up there. Today though, with weather like this, it's a biking paradise for long sweeping bends and good sections for overtakes. From BRAEMAR we stuck with the old military road and followed it along as it snakes its way alongside the River Dee.